Travelers, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to share with you a little bit more about what Playa del Carmen in Mexico is like, and I'm also going to share with you some information on the second ADO bus terminal in Playa. So without further ado, please enjoy the following video. I arrived in Tulum a few hours ago. It was a kind of long and busy afternoon. I'm really starting to realize as a digital nomad or location independent entrepreneur that the places that are close by, even though it seems close by, it takes me like hours to leave one place, travel there, and then get installed or settled in to the new place. Like, it takes hours. What I would think would take like 2 or 3 hours at the most takes like 5 or 6 hours. So this has been a very interesting lesson. All right, so I just arrived at my Airbnb a few hours ago, 2 hours ago or so. And it's nighttime, but I wanted to show you my Airbnb before I start making a hot mess of it, so you can check it out. And if you're interested in this Airbnb, again, feel free to look at the links below in the description of the video. These are the vibes, the vibes, the vibes, the vibes. And that's my stuff on there. This is the kitchen. Those are the things over there. at the end of this video. I really hope that you have enjoyed what I had to share with you in regards to my last day in Playa del Carmen and traveling from Playa del Carmen to Tulum, Mexico. There are some things that I want to elaborate on, as I always do at the end of my videos, just to give you further clarity. So in my previous video, I explained to you how to get out of the main bus terminal in Playa del Carmen, how to take transportation out of there to your accommodation, right? You could either take a bus terminal taxi, you could take a taxi a little bit further away from the bus terminal for a cheaper rate, or you could take public transportation. So that video where I shared with you how to take transportation out of the bus terminal in Playa, that was for the main bus terminal. My bad if I did not make that clear in the video, but that's the one that most people arrive at. So, and it totally slipped my mind anyway. But I'm clarifying it right now. So, Playa del Carmen also has a second bus terminal though, and it's a few blocks away. It's not a huge difference. And this second bus terminal is located very near the Walmart in the center. So if you pull up Google Maps and you look at the bus terminals, there will be one very near the beach, like a block away, and then there will be another one a few blocks away near where you will see Walmart. So if you cannot find the bus terminal right away on the Google Maps, then look up Walmart in the center of Playa del Carmen, and then in that vicinity, just a few blocks away, maybe like 3 blocks away or so, you will see the bus terminal, and that's the second bus terminal, the ADO bus terminal in Playa del Carmen. I think other bus lines arrive there as well, but this is ADO. And so the good thing about the second bus terminal is that if for some reason the main bus terminal has certain times for you that don't work for you, then you can always consult with the second bus terminal to see if there is another available time for you to get your bus to wherever you're trying to go to. And sometimes the tickets from the second bus terminal are slightly cheaper than the tickets from the main bus terminal. So that's something that I wanted to share with all of you today, is that the second bus terminal, it's near Walmart. It can be slightly cheaper, just a few pesos cheaper. And sometimes they have certain times for travel that work for you better than the available times at the main bus terminal. When you buy tickets at the main bus terminal, sometimes you might purchase a ticket that leaves from the second bus terminal. So be very mindful of that, because you could be buying the ticket that you're getting with the idea that you're going to leave from the main terminal at a certain time, and then when you get there, it turns out that that bus doesn't leave from the main terminal. It actually leaves from the second terminal that I shared with you guys in this video. So be very clear on that if it's not clear to you. If you speak Spanish, or even if you speak English, try to communicate with someone just to make sure that you're leaving from the appropriate terminal in Playa del Carmen to your next destination, and that you're not accidentally confusing the two or mixing the two up. Does that make sense? So that's something that I really wanted to stress here and to share with all of you. I hope that helps you. The next thing that I really wanted to stress is, like, I really highly recommend you do not withdraw any US dollars from the Multiva ATMs that you see in the Riviera Maya, because I saw them, I think, in Cancun and Playa and Tulum. Highly recommend that you do not withdraw dollars from there. If you're traveling to Mexico, have dollars on you. If you want to have dollars on you that you can exchange, but otherwise, don't get dollars from there. I strongly recommend this. And the reason for that is I feel like it's a real ripoff, because they charge you about $20 per $200 that you want to withdraw. And then you have to still exchange those $200 a lot of times to Mexican pesos. So that's my recommendation. I'm going to do a whole video explaining this money stuff in Mexico. If you're interested in that, definitely let me know in the comments that you're looking forward to it. I will be doing it at some point before I, get done with my stuff on Mexico, these videos on Mexico. So that is just something I wanted to stress there. So if you want to withdraw $400, you're going to get charged like $40 to withdraw $400. Okay, so keep that in mind. The next thing that I wanted to share is my pros and cons on the Airbnb in Tulum. So I stayed at a really nice place. in Tulum. If you enjoyed it, let me know in the comments below that you liked it. The thing that I wanted to stress about that place though is, and I'm speaking now as of June 2019, okay? So maybe by the time, well, not now, June 2019. Right now it's November 2019, but when I traveled there, it was June 2019. And so by the time that you see this somewhere in the future, hello from the past, then this might not be relevant. Keep that in mind. Basically with that place, what I noticed about the Airbnbs in Tulum is that a lot of the places near the center, so I've already shared with you how I try to get Airbnbs near the center, right? Because it's most convenient. There's like lots of transportation and food and restaurants and stuff that are easily accessible from the center. But in Tulum, a lot of the places that were near the city center were very not modern places when I happened to look for accommodation during that time, okay? All the things that I could find were mostly a bit outdated, were mostly like just not up to my personal standards. Maybe they're perfectly fine for you. Or maybe by the time you see this, there will be better options. You know, maybe some homes will be renovated or something. But when I looked into this, a lot of the places weren't really my kind of vibe. I like very modern, clean, new type stuff. This is my look. I don't know how to describe this because I don't know about fashion and decorating and all that stuff. But anyway, this is my style. So I didn't really find any of that in the center of Tulum. So when I looked a little bit outside of Tulum, that's when I found a lot of really nice modern apartments, and a lot of them are in these certain neighborhoods, right? And this is like the rich neighborhood. This is the wealthy neighborhood. This is where people are or have been investing in over the last few years in buying property so that they can build condominiums and apartments and hotels and things like that. So these places that people have been recently investing in over the last maybe 5-10 years or whatever, they're still in the process of development, which means that the roads to get to those places are still dirt roads, are still rocky and uncomfortable. Uncomfortable in the sense like when you're going there, you know, you're bouncing all around. There's still not a whole lot of lighting there, so at night it can be very dark. So when I looked into this apartment, I read the pros and cons of this. A lot of people were complaining about construction noise because, again, that area is being developed, right? And so there were certain construction things happening at the time that some people reserved. Again, like I said, it's a dirt road, it's dark and stuff, so people were giving the pros and cons. It's a little bit a ways out of the center. I would say maybe like a 10-minute bike ride from the center. And so those were the pros and cons to staying at that place. But because it was the only place that I felt comfortable in and that I felt was, you know, affordable for me, because I happened to get it during a time where it was like on a major discount or whatever. So I got it like $20 cheaper per night, which was awesome when I booked. And it looked really nice. So I was like, I'm going to go there and I'm just going to do it anyway. And because I had read all of these different things about that area, I reached out to the host and I was like, hey, look, I see that this place is a little bit far away. Do you provide any bikes or anything? Because otherwise it's going to be hard for me to get to the center, and I'm going to have to constantly have, you know, issues with getting back and forth from the center and stuff. So anyway, they ended up giving me a bike because I had asked beforehand, and they were able to provide it to me. People are not obligated to do this. In no way in their website, I think, or in their ad did it say anything about providing bikes. I just happened to ask and they provided it. So I was like, yes. So that's why I booked it. And I booked it at that place, and I happened to be on a 3rd floor, so there's no elevator. I had to walk all the way up there. But it was really nice. I had a nice, very beautiful view of this huge pool. It was really pretty. The area is really nice and everything. But again, like I said, the cons of this place is that it's further out from the center. It's about a 10-minute bike ride. I would say like half of the road to it is paved. It has like asphalt or whatever that stuff is on the roads. And then the rest of it is like rocks and dirt, and there's a bunch of construction sites. And if you're a woman, you might feel uncomfortable riding through the different construction things that you're going to see along the way to this Airbnb, because there are groups of men, huge groups of men everywhere working on these different buildings and things that are all around the area. And so if that makes you feel uncomfortable or unsafe in any way, that this might not be the place for you. I had to deal with sexual harassment while going up and down. Like, men would bother the hell out of me. And there was this one day where, I'm going to go off on a tangent now, but there was this one day where I was like driving past or whatever on my bike, and then this guy was like, and then, I don't know why. I would usually ignore those things, but I just felt like I had to stand my ground in a loving way, in a firm way, without getting really angry. And I stopped, and then I kind of went backwards, with my bike. I kind of used my feet to go back to the guy I had just passed, and then I was like, excuse me, were you talking to me? He was like, oh, no. And like right as I was going back, I could see that he had turned around so that his face wouldn't face me. And I was like, oh no, he is not trying to ignore me after he just disrespected me. So I was like, excuse me, are you talking to me? And then he was like, oh, no. I was like, yes, you were. You were calling me in this way. What do I look like to you, a dog? And then he was like, no. I was like, so then don't treat me like that. Respect me. I deserve respect, and you don't need to be speaking to me in this way. And I was like, this is not going to get you any attention. I don't know, something like that is what I told them. And then I rode away. And then after that, I don't know, something shifted in my energy or whatever, because then after that, I stopped getting harassed. Because since Playa and all through that stay in Tulum, men kept harassing me because of the area I was in. And I was like, something is in my energy, because these people are harassing the F out of me, and I need to shift something. After I spoke up, I guess I shifted something enough in my energy to where men started respecting me more in Mexico. And the reason I'm talking to you guys about all this is because I teach on energy. I'm a psychic business empowerment coach. I have another YouTube channel called Stef Coaching. If you want to follow me there, look me up, Stef Coaching. But I talk about manifesting and energy and all this other stuff. And so these kinds of interactions for me were not a coincidence. I took it as there's something in my energy that's drawing these crazy people to me, and I need to do something to shift that. And so once I spoke up, and not from a place of anger, not from a place of, I'm gonna show him to respect me and all this other stuff, when I just spoke up just from a place of personal empowerment and firmness and love, something shifted in my energy, and then I stopped getting harassed for the most part during my time in Mexico. So but that, like I said, if you're a woman, that might not be the place for you, especially if you feel like you're not able to stand up for yourself, protect yourself, that kind of thing. This might not be the place. Maybe, again, if you're watching this 5 years from now, so in 2024 or something like that, where maybe the roads are better and there's better lighting, I'm sure that it will be a really great option for you. But as of 2019, 2020, maybe it's not the place, okay? So that's what I wanted to share around the pros and cons of this Airbnb. It was really nice. I had some people staying in front of me at the other side of this. It's like a complex like this, right? It's like a square, and in the middle of the square is a pool. And so I was up here on the 3rd floor, and people down here on the 1st floor were sometimes being a little bit rowdy at night and stuff, or during the day. And I work during the day, and I made it very clear, like, I work from the apartment and I'm going to this place to work from there calmly. And so they were being a bit loud, so I contacted my host anytime I had a problem. The guy who attended me was really, really nice, who was in charge of that complex. He was amazing, so helpful. He told those other guests to please, be quiet and respect other people staying there, and so on and so forth. And anytime I had issues with internet or with the Netflix thing, he would help me out right away. He would answer my questions or whatever right away, even if it was like 10 something at night. He would really be very attentive to my needs. So I really appreciated that. I forgot his name. I can't check right now, but he was amazing. You can check out my review on the Airbnbs. The ones that I'm showing you in these videos are the ones that I recommend. And I have reviews on the ads there, so you can see what I wrote specifically, because I write like paragraphs to detail things there for people to help them with their choice in Airbnb. So that's the pros and cons of that Airbnb. I really enjoyed staying there. I would stay there again, definitely. Just hopefully next time around they have better roads and more lighting there, because again, if you ride through there at night on a bike, there's a certain part where it's dark, and sometimes it can be a bit unsafe because there are people up to no good there. And so it's something to be mindful of. But nothing happened to me while I was there. I was fortunate. So that's basically it. I know that this outro, this ending was really long, but whoever listened to me, bless you for being patient and listening to everything I had to say. I really hope that everything that I shared with you helped you in some way, supported you in some way, because that's the whole purpose of these videos. If you have enjoyed this video, give this video a thumbs up, a like wherever you're watching from. If it helped you in some kind of way, if you learned something new, definitely give this video a thumbs up, a like wherever you're watching from. Drop me a comment letting me know how this video supported you, any questions you might have, any experiences, anything you want to share with me in the comments below. It always helps me to grow my channel and reach more people when you guys interact with me in my channel, so that more people can see that this channel is very educational, it's very informative, it's very useful, and YouTube will want to, support me in promoting that and sharing this video or this channel with other people. And if you haven't yet subscribed already, please make sure to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of my videos and adventures on Mexico. I traveled through a great chunk of Mexico, so I have a lot of things to say on Mexico and many different cities on what to expect. So if you're traveling to Mexico and you want to learn more about these different cities, then definitely follow me on my channel by subscribing so that you can learn about all these different places. So if you want to stay in touch with me via my social media links, they're in the description below. Also check out any links in the description always to see the links to Airbnbs that I've stayed at, that I've shared with you, or any promo or discount codes that I have to share with you that can help you in some kind of way. And also I will be doing a lot of different videos on Mexico, and I don't know what's going on outside. There's some kind of weird noise. Someone's building something, I don't know. Today is November 21st, by the way. I'm in Colombia, and they're having a nationwide protest. But I'm not going to go out in these streets because I don't know if it's going to be safe or not. You never know. But that was random. I don't know where that came from. Just wanted to let y'all know, I guess. I don't know. But I have a lot of different topics that I want to speak on in regards to Mexico and Airbnbs and being a digital nomad and all this other stuff. So I will be doing these videos as I can. And the whole purpose of that is to help all of you with your adventures and with feeling safe of traveling in the world and knowing what to expect and navigating things so that you're never taken advantage of, and things just go so much more smoothly for you. So thank you so much for being part of my tribe, or my community. That's the word, because I learned recently that using the word tribe is insensitive to Native Americans. I've learned that. So thank you for being part of my community. I really appreciate all of you so much for joining me, for watching my videos, for engaging with me, for sharing my content with other people who could benefit from this. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.